Welcome back, everybody. We pick up our adventure again back in Outskirt. Our party had just recently returned from visiting back with Master Tetsu. They studied there for a little over a week and a few days, to get some knowledge, to learn some new magical powers. Conry did a lot of relaxation.
Yeah, we were there for a minute.
You guys did some training of young Rorik in the art of sticks and secret knives.
Sticks.
You guys also got some brandished magical weapons. With all the gemstones that you recovered, you guys were able to get a piece. I think it was like one weapon a piece that you guys wanted to have basically coated over with this beautiful kind of sparkling purple gemstone. It kind of, you know what it kind of looks like in Minecraft when you get an enchanted weapon and it's kind of like has that glimmer to it. That's basically what your weapons look like now. And after a long travel, you guys have returned to Outskirt. You've returned Rorik to his family, who was elated to have him back. Rorik, with a little bit of training that you guys were able to give him, will eventually grow up to be a fine warrior. Very noble, honorable, respectful. Will wage war against evil.
Or us.
Or you.
We have failed that child.
Depends who you ask in the party if we're okay with this or not. We're crying for reasons between me and Belthus.
We shall see how Rorik grows in the future. You guys also encountered a mad maniac who started just shouting terrible sayings of Armageddon and the end of the world, and Geyer threw a hammer at him. Knocked him unconscious. In the midst of Quasimund and his crew, they thought it was hilarious. And basically drugged that poor man off out of the center of town. Was there anything that you guys wanted to do after that, or did you guys want to have a long rest at this moment? Hey, thanks for the bits for Geyer's beard. It's me, Dum Dum, in chat. Thank you so much.
Were we going to question this guy, or?
You probably have to wait until morning, because you knocked him flat out. He ain't waking up.
Yeah, we can chain him up somewhere then. Might as well take a long rest, right?
I think we had it at Quasimund and his crew were gonna like two of the guys like grabbed him and were like dragging him off.
They were going to, but I talked him out.
You talked him out of it? Okay.
Yeah, and
it's been 2 weeks. I apologize.
I believe Geyer said we'll take this problem off of your hands, essentially, to Quasimund.
Okay. Oh yeah, gotcha.
With us.
We can always go back to questioning Belthus about his past.
Let's question this poor soul instead.
Belthus, don't worry. Kalska's got your back on avoiding awkward backstory. Kalska will just ramble on about Miss Anne's stories again and confuse everybody. Okay.
As we're inquiring for this person, who was Belthus before we met him? Where's he from?
Yeah, just shouting him at it.
At this random person who has no idea who Belthus is. Or does he?
Who knows? Okay. Yeah, so you guys kind of grab him and start dragging him, his unconscious. It's like Weekend at Bernie's. Just dragging this unconscious guy around town with you.
One of us with the hand on the back of the head so when the guard sees us.
He has a big, like, kind of like iron print of a side of a sword blade from when you decided to cauterize his wounds. And he has,
I forgot about that.
he has a piece of gauze and like tape wrapped around the side of his head. He looks awful. This poor guy. Just trying to be the town madman, and people are gonna just start throwing hammers at it around.
And then light his face on fire, because why not?
So, what do you guys want to do? This is where we are. What do you want to do?
Were we planning on going to the tavern at all, or Were we not going to do that?
Where we were headed when we saw Crazy Man?
Yeah.
He was at the statue outside in the town square outside of the tavern, yeah.
Yeah.
So we were in that vicinity, like we were gonna do all of our normal we're backing out squirt things, and then he started yelling, "The end is nigh!" and Kyra went, "Shut up."
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Should we go there?
Well, I mean, we have to do something with him first.
We could just leave him in the cart and let the dogs watch him. And we can go buy all of our food supplies again and do all the things.
Yeah, I don't think squirrels are gonna last us forever.
It is. We are running a tad low on rations.
Squirrels.
I mean, with feeding the elderly infirm to children.
Yeah. Yeah, I said I mean, we could just tie him up in the cart, right?
Where did that come from? Do you guys see that in the World 20
Yeah,
chat?
I think Michael just
Yeah.
shared that.
Oh,
I
okay.
made. I got
That's
some.
cool.
I got some quick links. So I'll put some things in here to help me try to remember some things about certain locations.
Cute. I like that. Heavenly prices. How lovely.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen heaven? All those silver and gold and platinum, they're not cheap. You want prices
Roasted
from the
boar.
pit.
Roasted boar smells good.
Mm-hmm. Finest here at three.
Guy's gonna take his rope and grappling hook and basically just start tying this guy up with 50 feet of rope,
Oh my
Okay.
god.
leaving basically a giant inchworm.
Oh yeah. All the way down to the ankles.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Looks like a rope cocoon. Yeah. I like it.
then just ask Balthus, do us a favor and just set him up in the back of the cart, sort of like a elven rug.
Into the cart he goes.
Gonna go in and grab a apple or whatever sort of produce we have left in the rations and just pop open his mouth and shove it in like a gag.
Okay, there you go.
And then throw a little bit of fabric on like my sleeping thing just so you can't see the head.
Like the pig ready to be roasted. he said.
Keep him hidden, you know, can't yell out.
Sure. Okay. So you guys are heading to the Three Stags Inn then? Okay. Yeah. You guys walk in. I think Tenumeral had did just like a few hours ago did a little bit of foresight on the inn, and it's pretty much as she saw. Like it's not as crowded as it was in the past because Quasimind and his group aren't in there right now. You guys do see Ophelia Shadowleaf is present at the bar, kind of taking up her normal seat. Almost like, you know, whenever you go to a place and you have your assigned seat or you have your place where you like to sit, it's kind of where she is. A couple people moseying around. You guys can see Leonara is working. Also, Vagenhild is busy moving about. Right now, she's kind of back behind in the kitchen, possibly preparing some more food or stew or something like that. What would you guys like to do while you're here?
Is Quasimind there, or did he and his guys go somewhere else?
They kind of, after the commotion kind of stopped, they just kind of faded out. But you guys all get the idea that it's probably like they heard or somebody had saw that you guys were headed back and they were just trying to... You guys have known they've been keeping an eye on you. So it's coming, they just wanted to see what was up.
Kauska's just gonna skip up to the bar and ask for enough rum to refill her travel bottle of it for fire breathing purposes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I don't know however much they want to charge me for to top off the
Gosh, I don't remember how much I charged you last time.
I don't know. I didn't use that much since this time either, but I used a little. I think more for drinking around the fire purposes than anything else, but you know.
In the rules, do they have like the equipment prices? Here. I think it's way down at the bottom of the rule book. I'll be working on that while you guys, if anybody else has anything to do as well.
I'm gonna look for a friend.
Gonna look for a friend.
Connery going to find a companion?
He might be.
He's laughing.
Oh no.
What he find? I need to look at the rules. Oh god.
That is
That's
an interesting
dating.
roll.
Oh boy. I think I see what that is. I think I see what that is. Here we go. I would say like a silver piece for that that rum.
Cool.
Anchor to meat is 4 copper. So we go with a silver for that.
Okay. Yeah, it's just topping up my little flask.
Yeah,
Must
a
be
goblet of
gold.
wine is 2 silver, so I think that'd be fine. Yeah.
In case of spiders, I'm keeping
Mhm.
this thing full from now on.
Gotcha. So Connor, are you going outside of Outskirt on your own? I don't think he can hear me.
I don't think he heard you.
Are you were going outside of Outskirt on your own?
I was just gonna do the outer wall, like that little
Okay.
I don't know. It looks like a mountain. Overall, off to the north.
Oh yeah, sure. So you as the party goes into the bar, you're just gonna go venture off.
Looking for a companion.
Okay.
Sounds.
Now does it? Now when you roll that though, like is it like
I can look
automatic?
for a companion in the tavern too, but that's not the kind of companion I'm trying to find.
Now, when you make,
He's looking for more of a long-term situation, you know. Pre-existing family. He's just looking to sort of move in, take on the payments.
That takes a few more rolls.
what are the rules on that? That's a heroic ability, right?
Yeah, it's it takes a stretch of time, and you can only have one animal companion at a time. The GM decides which animals are nearby. See the list on page 99, which I've conveniently copied and pasted into the chat for you.
Yeah.
The animal follows you for as long as you remain in its natural environment. So, like, I can't take a polar bear to the desert.
Why
and
not? They'd have a great time.
And it can scout for you at no additional willpower cost. And for 3 additional willpower, I can command the animal to attack an enemy.
Okay. So since this takes a stretch, I'll say you're probably going to be out of the bar scene for right now.
Oh yeah.
As you head out into the outskirts there. Connery, you make your way out into the forest a little bit. And it's within a couple of moments, you can hear this sound of a bear.
Let's do a montage with Yogi. Let's go.
Yeah. I'll say within this this area is probably like a larger black bear.
Nice.
And you approach, and it's just basically you use your willpower points, and you just become friends with this beast. It's your companion now. Okay. All right. So channeling your abilities and your energies, you kind of slowly make your way up to this thing.
Doing it like a certain MMORPG.
You hold out your hand, and there's this epic scene where its nose like gets really close to your hand, and you kind of start petting its head, and yeah, you have a black bear companion now.
Gracias.
Right now, you'll have to give him a name while the rest of the group is continuing their scene in the bar here.
Absolutely.
Anybody else want to do anything here in the Three Stags?
I sit next to that Ophelia lady
Okay.
and just see kind of if she says or asks anything about our journey.
Oh yeah, as soon as she you sit down next to her, she kind of looks at you and says, "Oh, it's been quite some time. Any news?"
Huh? Well, we did walk by that lake. It's an awful place.
You got close to it?
We did.
Did you feel the energy try to get sucked right out of your flesh?
Yes, it's terrible.
You just feel the demonic presence there.
Hmm.
Telling you, with that sword, we can cut through the mist. I know it.
Hmm. Seems like it'll take something like that to get through.
Right, she kind of like looks around suspiciously as I have some bad news. That Quasiman and his crew.
Mm-hmm.
Caught them following me quite a number of times.
Mm. They follow us a bit as well.
I think they're keeping tabs on all of us.
I think so. I don't trust them.
I don't either. Well, you best watch your backs.
Thank you. You too. Do you have any ideas on where any of these leads may be to try to find the sword?
Did overhear a few people the other day while you guys were gone. They mentioned something called the Tower of Sighs. Apparently there's this disgusting bog about a day's march east of here. It's crawling with blood-sucking leeches and insects, and it's a hideout for bandits. But there were vast riches out there in the sludge, buried in the ruins of an ancient watchtower. People around here, I mean, they call it the Tower of Sighs, I guess because somehow they said, like, it always sounds like a constant ringing of wind or something. It's strange. I found it to be interesting, but like I said, I've traveled a few places around here on my own, but now with Quasiman and his crew following me, I'm afraid to go anywhere by myself.
Yeah. Well, we're going to probably keep traveling on and hoping we can get a little closer.
Well, good. That's very good. I can keep on listening out for things here. And I'll try to keep an eye on Quasiman too. Maybe I can play his own game. Maybe I can follow him around see what he's up to.
That might be good. And if he starts following you around, that means he's not following us.
True. Kind of a distraction, keep him off your tail.
Yeah, that could be good.
Well, I think that's a good idea.
I'll drink to that.
Gah. She picks up her cup of mead. Cheers.
To Numeral would have red wine.
Yeah, gotta...
Some mulled wine.
If you guys while you're here, if you're enjoying the meal, so that way you guys don't have to take any rations for the day, that's 3 silver for everybody. For you, that counts as a room stay too. If you guys want to stay in the inn, like it's food, drink.
Okay, 28.
I know some of you have weaknesses that don't allow you to stay indoors in inns, but that full cost can cover your room stay as well.
The Numeral may, for this one night, sleep in the inn. It has been a long journey. She's learned a lot of spells. She's been in a lot of caves, which are nice, but a toasty inn sounds pretty nice right now.
Oh, and by the way, just mechanically for you guys, those of you that learned things last time, they are unlocked this session, so they are available to you now. Just remember that.
Ooh, I'll have to load up.
Here,
I'll have to decide if I'll be fire casting or what.
Elvis, Calska, and Connery have learned nothing in the last week and a half. So
Okay.
And all of a sudden, the side of the inn's on fire.
Kauska would definitely take the room, and she'd also buy food to be put aside for Connery when he comes here, since he knew we were coming here and he went off. So there's food waiting for Connery when he comes in the inn. Like a whole meal with meat and everything that he would want if he ever comes back to us. But Kauska's prepaying, just in case.
Geyer is actually going to sleep outside in the wagon because he's still got supplies in there. And oh yeah, there's that person that he bludgeoned, and he wants to make sure it doesn't go disappear in the night.
Can Kauska ask? Is Leovana the one that we talked to here about rooms? Who did we talk to? Or Vagenhild?
Vagenhild, yeah.
Kauska would ask for a room that faces where we have the cart, so her window can be open, so she can talk to Geyer until she gets sleepy. So that
Absolutely, dear.
she's
Not a
shouting
problem.
distance of Geyer if anything goes on too. She'll just jump out the window. It'll be fine.
Just be careful the shouting too much. We have other guests that need their sleep as well.
It's mostly the quacking if he gets frustrated.
Understandable. Geyer, as you're walking out to the wagon, you notice that there is an individual that's walking out with a stack of 15 to 20 pieces of parchment in their hand, and they almost bump into you as they seem to be hanging these things kind of around the outskirt, and she just kind of hands it to you and says, if you hear anything, please let us know. And then just kind of continues walking.
Certainly. Okay, I'll start reading it as I walk out to the cart.
Basically, it's a missing persons ad. They're searching for a shepherd girl named Antelia.
Antelia?
Antelia. Antelia.
Okay.
It
Say where
You
you want to
trainee.
Just went missing from her homestead, and they haven't heard from her since. Not a whole lot of details. And it
This is a really bad missing persons poster. Is there no description? Is
oh
there
yeah, they do offer a picture.
Okay.
I can give you guys a photo. I mean,
Any mention of a reward?
there is it's a pretty it's
Two
only
gold pieces.
yeah, it's small. It'd probably be at the max 5 gold pieces or something like that. You can tell that it's not a wealthy family that's passing these out, and they probably used a lot of their money to get these pieces of parchment made, and you can tell it's from a very the things that these were printed on, they were mostly handwritten.
Okay.
But here is what she on the flyer.
Oh, she's got a funky look.
Yeah. But she's been missing for quite some time.
Huh.
Geyer will just sort of look at it and set it on the seat to the wagon. Out here to make sure the guy's all nice and secure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Basically prop up, laid out, and use him as a pillow.
He's passed out, and because you have the apple in his mouth, there's drool just starting to puddle off to the side. It's. Connery, question: are you bringing your companion into Outskirt?
Oh no.
Okay.
I would never do such a thing.
I think the guards might start opening fire.
Beltis, what are you doing this whole time?
Chilling, hanging back, making sure everybody's safe.
In the tavern?
Yeah. And then once everybody goes to bed, going to crash.
Okay, where are you going to crash, Belthus?
At the tavern, definitely. Beltis' paying is 3 silver. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right. So if you guys want to, we can go ahead and fast forward to the morning. You guys are fair with doing that?
Sounds good.
Do you need me to roll for my camping?
Let's not do it here since it's outskirt.
Water.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not worry about it here.
Because I cannot bring the bear into the tavern.
Yeah, you cannot bring the bear into the walls.
What if it wears a cloak?
What if you have a disguise kit? It says plastic glasses with the plastic nose attached to it. You just put that on. So that's what you gotta do. All right.
Like, oh, sir, you shaved. You don't have the mustache anymore.
All right.
So the next day is upon us. You guys rise. Light creeps through the misty veil, the fogs of the mist.
What's the sky look like?
It looks clear. It's not orange like it was before when you guys first arrived. When you guys thought the whole town was on fire at first. It looks its normal misty self. If there is such a thing in this place.
Kalska would go down to the tavern and get some bacon and pastries or whatever they have here for breakfast for herself and Geyer, and then just go outside and eat it in the cart with him.
Okay. That's all kind of like included in that 3 silver that you guys have already paid, so you guys are all good.
I'm just gonna ask him to transfer over what I paid to cover Connery for dinner to transfer to Geyer.
Tenumero would do the same thing and probably come down also.
Okay. Yeah, it's really light here in the morning. There's not a lot of people here. You see Ophelia is gone. There's maybe like a couple guests like over in the corner that are just enjoying a breakfast. That's about it.
Are Quasman and his crew here, or are they not here still?
They are not here.
Kalska skips out to the wagon to Geyer and holds up the pastry and the bacon in like a little like napkin to him, and then climbs up all like way too energetic after having slept in one of the comfier beds she's ever slept in, and just is like swinging her feet like all re-energized, like, Mr. Geyer, how did you sleep last night? I slept okay, but there was somebody snoring in the next room, and I'm not sure if it was Belthus or not. And she's just doing that kind of like brain morning dump, because this is like one of the first nights she hasn't been right near Geyer to sleep. So she's like, I have to recap my entire night for him because this is important. And she just kind of does that for a bit as they eat their breakfast.
And as you're doing that, Geyer's eating and listening to every word, but on those rare like 1 or 2 times during the whole spiel that Kalska stops and goes, Geyer's just going to sort of lightly toe at the at our captive. Does he seem like he's waking?
Actually, before you even get to do that, Geyer, what you do is you start to like look over and you start to hear this sound. You start to hear, ow. And it sounds, and as you look over, the apple had fallen out of his mouth, and he's doing this without any arms, and he's eating the apple in the like he's like putting it into the corner of the wagon, like the way you have it, and he's chewing and eating the apple.
So that guys gonna look at Kalska and just be like, "What? Are we better this morning?"
Oh, my head. You that crazy duck that threw the hammer at me.
Well, you ran in screaming the world was ending.
There's like 4 of you. Oh.
No, the
you
other
don't
one
have 4 hammers, do you?
No, the hammers put away. The other gentleman was going to stab you if I didn't get you to quiet down immediately, so...
Well, thanks. I appreciate that.
Geyer will go and start unwrapping him.
Well, that was really tight. Thanks for the apple. I was hungry.
I have some... and Geyer will look at Kalska and... I have some bacon and pastry. Would you like some?
Why does my head hurt? Like, it really burns.
You had a rough evening.
Okay.
After I hit you with the hammer and you were knocked unconscious, that rather shady-looking Maladuk. I think Quasi something is his name. He put a knife on you.
He put a knife on me?
He pulled a knife on you.
I thought you said you saved me from that with the hammer.
That's why you're head is a little.
Hey, mister.
No,
Hey, mister.
Yeah, I'm Samson.
Samson.
Mm.
Mr. Samson, my friend here had to knock you out to keep the knife from going inside of you, but that doesn't mean that the other duck gross man didn't pull a knife on you. That was just how we avoided further damage. Your head hurts because I suspect you were either really, really drunk or haven't slept well, or maybe just are having a rough time, and then, you got hit with a hammer.
Well, I was drinking a little, but then the sky turned red.
And you got scared?
And I did get scared, but like, been a lot of really bad stuff going on around here. It's not safe here anymore.
Do you think there's anywhere that's safe, or is it better to just stay here and help the people that know you?
I don't know how I can help them. I don't really have too much to offer.
I'll have things we can offer.
Because you were drunk in the middle of the day?
I do that a lot.
Casca just
You
passes
live in
him
rough times, you know?
Not judging, just
People are dying out there.
Kalska's just, I'm not judging, I'm just giving you another pastry to soak up the alcohol. Just shoves it in his mouth. She looks like fire, like, what do I do?
He's stuffing pastry, he's just shoving it in his mouth.
I was just looking down at Kalska, trying not to laugh, and it's just like, this is really outside of my scope. It's I'm usually trying to get money out of them. This one's having an existential crisis.
Kalska looks at Samson and just says, do you really think the world's ending, or you just think it's rough times? Because if you really think the world's ending, I kind of want to know why you think that.
You don't hear whispers in the dark?
Oh, I do, but they're not about the world ending, they're about other bad things.
Did you, like a couple weeks ago, did you see the volcano erupt?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the red sky yesterday?
Yeah, that was a little concerning, and that's when you started yelling, and that's why we were worried that you were, like, you knew things, or you were just crazy.
I hear voices.
And what
That,
do the voices
unfortunately,
tell you?
Say something about somebody with 3 tongues.
Does the person with 3 tongues have a name?
It's just like, it's really strange whispers, and it it sounds like hundreds of voices like overlapping on top of one another, and it's really hard to tell. I can only pick out certain things.
Casco's just looking over at Geyer, like,
Geyer is still a little focused on the whole 3 tongues thing. Have I heard anything? Like any stories or legends of?
Yes,
Yeah,
you guys
any
have. You guys have, actually. The cultist called, in their notes, they called Sathmog their 3-tongued liberator. So you guys have heard that terminology before.
Geyer at this point
Do
is
you
looking
hear
down.
these voices?
What was that, Tenumeral?
How often do you hear these voices?
Oh, and you guys turn around and there's Tenumeral standing there behind the wagon, startling you both.
She's since finished her pastry.
I hear them a lot, but I hear them most after I finish off a bottle of rum.
Do you hear it right now?
No, right now my head just hurts really bad.
At this point, Geyer's just got his hand in his head in his hand, just like, I hear the voices when I'm drunk.
Interesting. How long have you been hearing these voices for?
Weeks. It won't go away. And the thing is it just only takes more rum. I have to have more rum to suppress them. Just keep coming back.
But I thought you said you hear it after you drink rum.
I know, isn't it crazy?
So then why does more rum help?
I don't know.
Maybe no rum will help.
Maybe it makes me feel better because it numbs me. I still hear the voices, but I'm numb to it.
And you never heard these voices before a few weeks ago?
Maybe?
Maybe?
Yeah. I don't really know.
Did you ever hear any other kind of voices before this?
Actually, yeah.
What were those voices like?
One was like just like constant laughing.
Hmm.
Did you ever hear anybody constantly laughing in your head?
No.
It's terrible.
Do you hear any other voices besides your own thought right now?
My own thoughts telling me I should try to run away, but my head hurts too bad. And he has a hammer.
Yeah, he does have a hammer.
And he threw that quite impressively,
I was shocked.
from what I can remember. So I'm just gonna sit here.
Do you hear any other voices right now besides your own thought telling you those things?
I hear your voice talking to me.
Yes, that's a voice I think we all hear. Okay. Thank you.
Geyer is going to try his best to, like, basically ventriloquist this guy.
Oh my
Just
god.
sitting there without moving a muscle, just trying to go, "You can hear me. You can hear me. You can hear me."
Okay, what do they have performance in this game? Is there a performance skill?
There is a performance, yes.
Go ahead and roll performance. Let's see how well you ventriloquist this guy.
Oh my gosh.
Would you like to push it?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. What are you trying to tell me?
Hearing
See?
check. Hearing check. It's standard after head trauma. Sorry.
Oh, it is? Oh,
Careful.
gosh. You're like...
I was just look at the guy. You're like,
As we've been talking to, though, I'm going to use my heroic ability insight. Do I feel like this guy's just putting on a show, or?
Yeah, so you can spend your willpower since you guys have been talking. He...
Make an awareness roll for you, and that I am going to push.
Oh, you still do have to make the awareness roll? Okay.
Yep. I'm pushing that one. Okay.
All right. Okay, so...
Geyer's a little exhausted. He's a little tired of putting up with this guy's rambling at this point.
Well, this guy, there's a lot going on with this guy, but to be honest, he is a little bit crazy, out of his mind. Seems definitely be an alcoholic.
But I'm not getting any.
But he doesn't. According to him, he is not lying. Like, he is not lying to you. He's not bending the truth at all. He's really hearing voices. They're talking about 3 tongues, demonic things at times. And he really does believe that this is like bad omens, could be the end of the world kind of stuff. So he firmly believes it. Like, even in his drunken state or crazy state, he believes it.
Hmm.
Yeah, so Geyer will sort of look over it and glance at Kalska and just do that sort of quick little sign that they're used to trading. That's not. Seems like this guy's legit. And then
not.
I'll go over to Numeral and just be like, "Is it? You're more experienced with this than I think any of us. Is this possibly some beneficial party giving him these messages, or is he checked into the
Feel this might not. Well, I would kind of lean over to Geyer so as to not say it in where the guy can hear me. Like, so I'm just speaking, like, kind of whispering to Geyer, like, it's probably demonic.
Mr. Sampson, I have a question for you.
Oh, yeah.
When you hear these voices after you've been drinking and before you drink enough to stop hearing them, where are you usually? Like, are you here at the tavern? Are you in your home? What's the location?
Well, I don't have a home anymore.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So just most time in the alleyways or different places on around outskirt. Sometimes they kick me out on the outer wall for a little while because I gotta like chill out for a while. It could be like a day or two out there for a while in the woods, and then I come back in and they let me in because they feel bad for me.
The last time you heard it in the alley, were you beneath us? Like, were you near a specific window by the tavern?
Oh gosh, I can't remember.
I'm wondering if you, I mean, I'm not doubting you, but I'm also wondering if maybe somebody in the tavern knows more and is talking about it and you're hearing it, and because it sounds like the voices you do hear, you're equating it to be the same voice when it could be a real person and a mystical voice in your head. Maybe?
That's a lot to think about.
Yeah, I didn't mean to dump that on you. I was just curious if, like, you were sitting outside someone's window and you knew if you thought about it, but then I realized you probably drank too much rum.
Maybe when my head starts hurting a little bit, it might come back to me. But man, that just sent like a really, really pain spike through the center of my skull.
I'm sorry, Casper gives him water. She almost gives him the rum flask and then realizes it's not the rum flask. She goes, "Oh no!" and she gives him the water flask. Sorry.
As Kalska is saying this, Gaius just very slowly turned to look at Numeral, and then glances at Kalska as she is still going, just psychoanalyzing this guy, and then with a stupid little grin on his face, he's gonna go and use a puff of smoke.
Oh, in front of the dude that's there? Oh, he's
without even thinking about it, just looks at Numeral.
His eyes go wide. He's like, "Did you see that?
Yes.
What?
You saw that?"
No.
Yes.
Gaius now looking around.
Casca wasn't looking at Geyer, so she's like, "I don't know what you're talking about."
Where'd that come from?
I saw that. I saw that. Yeah, the duck, I think, can do that now.
Duck can just make smoke come out of his ears.
Yeah, he's got some tricks. He's got some tricks up his sleeve. Well, you do me a favor, Samson, my friend here. The next time you are hearing those voices, if I'm around, you find me. You let me know. Okay?
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. If I see you, yeah.
Yeah, you let me know. And I may be able to help or see if I can hear them too, and if we can understand what it is that you're experiencing, because it sounds scary.
It is. It really is.
And maybe it'll make more sense when you're not the only one dealing with it, right? Have you done any sort of a witchcraft, or were you ever in any sort of clubs or cults before? Did you ever eat strange berries in an old rundown temple?
You know, I ate strange berries before, but wasn't in a rundown temple.
Okay.
Where was it?
They just gave me a really bad tummy ache, and
Yeah.
Who gave you the strange berries?
Oh, I found them in the woods.
Yeah,
Oh,
that can happen sometimes.
you picked the wrong ones.
I think I picked the wrong ones. Yeah, I mean, it was one of those weekends where they wouldn't let me in outskirt, and I was really hungry. I had to find something. I'm not very good at foraging. It's not one of my gifts. Actually, I don't have very many gifts.
You have
like
the
that's
gift
not-
of hearing, apparently.
I have the gift of survival. I've made it
Yes.
this far.
Still here.
You
Still
do.
here.
Casca just
When was
nods
the
at him.
last time you were stuck outside of outskirt?
Yeah, I think it was like 4 days ago.
Did you happen to see a group of people out there, or
I mean, there's
hanging?
lots of groups of people. Oh, hanging? What do you mean hanging?
Yes.
What are they hanging? Fruit baskets?
No, like from a tree.
They were hanging fruit baskets from a tree?
No, the people were hanging from a tree. Did you see that?
Dead?
I guess not. Yes.
I mean, there was a few. It may have been maybe. I can't remember. I mean, the days just run together, but I remember hearing like hoof prints and like horse neighs.
Mm. Yeah, it was surprising to see in the woods outside of Outskirts. So since you were there, I was wondering if you.
When I hear noises like that, I just find some shrubbery and I just jump on in there. I'm not getting involved with any of that kind of stuff.
Very smart. Very smart.
And you say you have no skills, Mr. Survives.
Well, apparently I'm not surviving too well because this contusion on my head is really hurting.
But you're talking and holding a conversation, so again.
So now every time I see this mallard coming with a hammer, I'm gonna be jumping into the shrubbery again.
Mr. Geyer's very friendly. You don't have to hide from him. He was trying to protect you.
I'm glad he used the hammer instead of me getting stabbed with the knife.
That's what you have to remember from this. And
I'm
she
gonna
like
have nightmares of one mallard on one side with a hammer and another mallard on the other side with a knife.
Can't help you there, buddy. And she's like smacks him on the shoulder.
I was gonna look at Kalska. My campaign is going so well.
It's okay. I'm your campaign manager. This will all be fine. I'm the worst campaign manager
We'll smooth this all out. We'll smooth it all.
Spin it. There's a spin. There's always a spin. It'll be fine.
Guy will eventually separate, go into the general store to pick up another bunch of rations and to sell our supplies.
Are we untying this man and letting him leave?
Oh, I already untied him.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought I may not have said that.
You started to say
Thank you. I'll make sure to find you if I hear the voices.
Please do.
Mm-hmm. Hey, do any of you have any coin to spare? Any chance?
How about I buy you a meal in the tavern rather than just give you coin?
I mean, I'm fine with that. That works.
Okay. Kalska will go in and pay for him to have a night there, like a meal and rest there, but no alcohol.
All right, you got 3 silver.
That's fine. And just tell him, take a bath, man. I thought I was smelly.
As you walk in with this guy, like you can see, like the minimal town folk that are there, like they get like this discouraged look on their face, like, oh no, the crazy man. But you bring him in and sit him down, and Leonara actually like kind of gives you a wink and gives him a plate, and you get him all set up in the inn.
Kalska will tip Leonara before she leaves too, with a cup, some copper pieces, just
okay. Oh yeah.
And smile at her, and then.
Actually, when you tip her, she kind of like leans in close and whispers to you. So how things going?
We're working on it. We've kind of run out of leads right now, but we have a couple more places to check, and we're gonna see if that takes us farther. We're getting there. It'll be okay.
Sounds great. Great.
We're still alive.
You've been gone for quite a while.
That's why I'm saying we're still alive like that, because it was a couple times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Careful out there.
I think I'm getting a little stronger. It's okay. We'll be okay. And Kalska just waves at her as if like they just had like a nice normal conversation.
Yeah.
And then waves at Samson and says, okay, now remember, you hear voices, you come find Tinny. If anything else happens, hide in a bush. He
is like scarfing down food, so he's like,
just leave. She's like, yeah, okay, he's set. It's fine. And she'll go back out to Geyer and Tinny, and I guess Belthus came out at some point.
Belthus is in the general store right now, so I think they're about to stumble upon him.
Oh, yeah.
He's been up for hours. He did his push-ups a while ago. Yeah.
Oh, so you were up before all this happened.
Oh,
so, Belthus, you were in the general store? What were you looking for in the general store?
Looking for tanning supplies.
Oh, yeah. And you found some in there. Where in the book, are they listed as, like, leatherworking supplies? Or
it is tanning tools.
Tanning tools? How much are they in the book?
5 gold.
Okay. So you have plenty of gold to buy those, right?
Yeah.
We don't have to roleplay all that out. You do find them, and you can kind of easily grab those supplies. And eventually, you actually walk out of the general store when Kalska is reemerging back with the rest of the group out there. But you guys still don't see Conry.
Yeah,
Guys haven't seen.
what's the tanning supplies for there, Beltis? Because Yogi's feeling uncomfortable around you.
A beautiful hide on that.
Yogi hasn't met Beltis yet.
And
so,
yeah,
like,
somehow there is a Connery coming up here in the square, and there is an animal, a four-legged animal, following him into Outskirt, to the chagrin of one of the townsfolk, militiamen, who seems to be like escorting Connery with a bow and arrow in his hand, and is a little nervous standing next to the large black bear that is following Connery around.
I made a friend, and we made a friend. So I have two friends.
Connery,
I must ask that you
bear.
that you guys make sure to take the bear out of the town immediately, please. It makes some of us a little nervous and uneasy.
Casca grabs Beltis's hand and like tugs him down. Goes, you can see the bear, right?
The magnificent specimen.
Okay.
I made a friend. What's with the tanning tools?
Nothing.
Bothus, why are you looking at Connery in that way?
Whoa. Also luxurious fur.
Connery?
Hey.
Why is your friend big enough to eat me?
That's a good question. I was thinking about ways that we can travel and, bareback. I was thinking about buying him a robe or something because he's bare naked.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
You
here
can
we
get
go.
a saddle. You could buy a saddle for 10 gold.
Hold up. We could ride the bear into battle.
Yeah. Ride the bear.
I am skilled at mounted combat.
Michael's face is classic. He's like, I don't know about this.
But can a donkey ride the bear, and then Beltus ride the donkey?
Now, the problem with there is a specific rule in this game about mounted combat, is the creature has to be combat trained in order to be able to ride it into combat.
Steed requires extraordinary
You can,
discipline.
your specific rule says you can command yours to scout and do things.
Yep.
But it'd be a little bit more difficult to have it as your steed.
Yeah, I am the reason why I've been gone for so long is I had just accomplished training him in how to use the potty. So combat is the next stage. We're getting there.
And by potty, he literally uses an outhouse. He goes in.
Aww.
You hear the flushing sounds, and he just walks out on his hind legs.
That says it. Yep.
Connery?
Hey.
What's your friend's name?
Albert.
Albert.
Kauska looks like she's regretting having asked, but acknowledges this and bows to Albert by way of introduction.
So
I'm out of questions. How about everybody else?
What have you guys decided that we're going to be doing?
yeah, what are we doing?
There's a serpent with our name on, or our,
I am gonna
Trees that grow
move.
golden apples.
I am moving one location onto your map, because you guys picked up a new
From Ophelia, right?
on Ophelia. I put the Tower of Size location on the map. It's on the eastern side of the map. Should be in red text. Okay.
Guys, I was looking west for a second. I don't know my directions today.
So you guys did pick up that. You guys also have Bothild's Lode. You guys also found the location of there was a fort up there to the north. And there was also a couple other places you guys passed up there.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to just kind of keep the areas in green, or the ones you guys all explored out.
All right.
So it's up to you. You guys have a few different locations.
Kauska would tell the group that Leonara was like, what y'all been up to? And that she kind of just said everything's fine. And But Kauska kind of looks over and says, I think it's it's not weird that she asked how things were going out in the open, because that could be a very generalized question, but knowing what we know about her and what she knows about us, I feel like she's getting desperate for
Mm.
this. Just putting that out there, we don't have to tell her anything. I don't think we should tell her anything, but I'm just flagging that she seems a little antsy. There's a bear. Okay. Kazka's just staring at Albert like, I don't know what to do with this, because it's literally something that she just, everything that's big enough to like take a bite and consume Kazka, she's very like, bye.
What should we tell Leonora the next time we see her?
Still looking.
I think telling her we're still looking and maybe that her information came a little late maybe is a good way to go. Kind of just be like, well, you didn't tell us soon enough about someone else got there first. Like, I think that's fair.
One vote for the serpent.
Oh, are we taking votes?
Two votes for the serpent.
Kazka
3.
3 votes for the serpent.
Kazka looks at Mr. Geyer. Where would you want to go, Mr. Geyer? I mean, I think we're outvoted, but I still want to know your opinion.
Yes.
No, there's still potential of it being
The vote
3
is
and
not-
3 votes.
Votes can
God.
change. Votes can
God
change.
has a vote.
Well, actually, both of my donkeys get a vote. Both of my dogs get votes. I think we have this.
So where are we going, Mr. Geyer?
Guy will look down and sort of. I was hoping to go back and visit the golden trees, but
How about once we survive the serpent, we then come back to town, restock, because we always seem to be running out of food, and then we go to the golden apples.
Let me survive.
as Kazka says that, and this player can't remember, who did I give the demon crown to last time?
Searching.
I can't remember if I did give it to someone or if I had intended to.
We have a demon crown?
Yeah.
Yes, Guyer's been
Found it.
wearing it.
Yeah, you guys found it in Rittermound.
Oh yeah, I
Mhm.
remember that. That was
It's
a
a
demon
crown that I think you
though?
only take half damage from demons or something when you wear it.
Yep.
Oh.
And it's
Dang.
the crown is the one that matches the ring that Geyer has. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It has the same kind of embroidery to it, or at the same time a flashiness,
I think
like the same kind of.
you said you took off
decorative.
all of your metal for magic purposes, for learning, but you didn't
I didn't
give
specify.
it to
Okay.
any of us. You kept it.
But
I have no note of you giving it to anybody.
Like set armor.
And I'm
for you
gonna
to wear
rule
one
until
piece
I
to
hear
get a armor.
otherwise. I am gonna rule that like magic items. I don't think I'm gonna rule that they like count against your ability to do like magical things. So like if you wanted to wear the demon crown, Geyer, you can still wear the demon crown and still do your like spell casting. Because until I hear otherwise from like a forum or rules thing, I'm gonna say that magical items work a little bit differently. So
Mhm.
Not made of metal. It's made out of the blood of his enemies.
yeah, because I mean,
Made out of magic.
It has iron in it.
oh no,
Did they both just go robot on us?
yeah, they went both robot at the same
Yeah,
time,
they
so it must
both
be
did, so-
internet at their place.
Oh no.
Oh no,
Oh,
it's
no.
catching up. Discord's catching up. Oh, you guys still there?
The back and then the gone and then the back.
Oh, yeah.
They're doing some weird movements while freezing. It's hilarious.
Oh,
These
no,
are
no.
great poses, guys. Keep it up.
Yeah.
Hey,
MG
here
has that
you
now
guys.
marble like.
You can hear us?
Audio
Oh,
is
wait.
fine. Let's keep going. Yeah.
Yeah. As
It's
long as you guys
hilarious
can hear
because
us,
they
I mean, you're getting a little
They
robot
both
on our
decided
end,
to
but
do this when they started lagging.
it kind of like you guys are like lagging at the same time, so it's like
All right, I think he's up to it because that eyebrow wiggle was real time. So I think
Yeah.
they're good now.
oh yeah, there you go.
I was trying to do the robot.
All right, maybe not.
Oh, I hear it.
Oh, you hear the robot now?
MG's still moving. Oh,
MG was okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
no.
moving fine.
Okay,
You're
we're
back
okay.
now.
We're okay.
There you go.
That was
Aw.
when you both like broke at the same minute.
so, and I appreciate that. I think Geyer would still, given where it was, Geyer's still going to go through with this. looking at Belthus and just sort of eyeing up before we leave. But is just going to hold the crown up to him. Say, you may want to stop at the smith and see if they can sort of fasten this to your helmet.
For a second, I thought Tinny froze again, but she was just really still.
Yeah.
It will aid you in reducing the strength of attacks from demons.
Fascinating. I wonder if such a thing is even possible. My humble helmet combined with an item of such power.
I see no reason why the smithy shouldn't be able to assist. But or you could do what I did. I just put it on top of my hat.
Worth a try.
I could wear it.
Certainly worth
I don't have anything on my head.
Yes, but who's the one who's running headfirst into a demon? You or him?
Who's most likely to get close to a demon and need protection from an actual demon attack?
Best defense is a good offense, from my perspective.
Yes, exactly, and that's why you'll be surrounded by 6 of them while the rest of us are chasing to catch up.
I mean, I would say, I'm perfectly happy if Lady Seer wants to wear it for a little while before we try to see if we can get it combined with the helmet.
It is yours to do with as you see fit.
I'm honored, Sir Mallard. Thank you. And I will let Tinumal, use it for a little while, or we try to do any blacksmithery.
I mean, if you really want it on there, I could see if the salamander can do what What's-his-faces did.
I'll do what Tatsu's did and melt it down.
Mm-hmm. But I might break it in the process.
Yeah, let's not try anything hasty yet. What do you say?
Hey, Belthus, I've got a question for you, a character development question for you.
Ooh.
When Geyer hands you something that looks like a crown, and you're holding onto it and like deep in thought over it, how does it reflect upon you?
Very eager to hand it over to someone else.
Is there a hesitation moment for like half a second, or is it a very like quick like throw it to Tinny?
I think it's just, a flustered, sweating, frustrated, hand off.
Kauska looks at Geyer and then looks at Tinny, and then at Connery. Like, did you talk about this later?
And then an Albert.
I don't think Albert knows Belthus enough to know why we're all psychoanalyzing everything this man does from onward.
Anyway.
I'd like to add a new weakness to Calcica. Let's finalize the party.
The numeral probably wouldn't be paying that much attention because she'd be very intrigued by the idea of being able to finally get like something beyond just what she's wearing to protect her. And also she'd be pretty like intrigued by the crown. So I'd be more focused on the crown than like Belthus.
Okay. Yeah, I got you. Sure.
Sir Mallard, I would love to go see these golden apples. If you wouldn't mind maybe joining us first on the serpent slaying. Because I too am very curious about such trees.
The guy just sort of hems and haws a little bit.
Just
I
looks at
suppose we
Geyer.
did agree to broker the truce.
I go where you go, Mr. Geyer.
Serpent sushi. Let's go.
I don't think it's the right kind of eel for sushi.
Don't be so
did
pessimistic.
Belthus give me the crown yet, or are you
Yes.
still holding it? Okay.
Yes, he handed it over quickly. He was... flustered.
Does anything odd happen to Tenumeral when she grabs it? Because did she have like a weird vision in that place?
You did
I
in
don't
that
know.
location.
Triggers
When you
something.
grab it, it doesn't really trigger anything.
It's okay.
Yeah, nothing seemed to happen or change.
Okay. So I gingerly put it on my head and kind of look around and wait to see if something was going to happen to me.
You look around. After a minute, you're pretty comfortable that nothing is going to happen. And while you wear that crown, anytime a demon were to strike you, you only take half damage from a demon.
Damn.
While that crown is
Hey.
upon your head.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. So, you guys gonna gather your materials and head to Bothild's Lode?
It definitely appears that way.
Okay, did you guys stock up on food?
Yes,
yeah, Gyre
I
went to the
am.
gun roast.
Okay, that's
Yep.
No, never mind.
okay. What I will do for travel for Bothild's Lode, since you guys already know the way to Bothild's Lode, so we're not gonna do like the travel rules and stuff like that for this. It takes a couple of days to get there. 2 days march at most from the time that you guys had before. We're not going to do camping rules. I'm just going to kind of do a time skip for this travel of this sequence. Since you guys have already been here, we're going to just like a travel montage. How long does your companion stay your companion, Connery?
Forever.
Forever?
Yeah, until it runs into a natural habitat that is not its own.
Okay. So
yeah,
okay.
it says as long as you remain in its natural environment.
Okay. Gotcha.
So yeah, I can't take a penguin into a lava mountain.
Oh, okay.
How about you take a bear into a cave?
Yeah.
All sort of a temperate, deciduous forest, right? Like,
Yep. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
But we'll say the traveling montage does occur, and you guys do arrive back at Bothild's Lode. Move you guys there on the map. You guys are welcomed back into the location without too much of a trouble because of the treaty, the alliance that you guys have made with this goblin group and the orc group. And although they're crazy and suspicious of you as you walk through, you guys remember walking through that large area where you could see many of those goblins were camping out. You can see their warg mounts, or their feeding and playing as well. And you guys are brought into Bothild's Lode. Standing there, you see Maladuk in your presence, along with a couple other orcs that you don't recognize. One that you do. Gru, who you ran into a couple of weeks ago in your journeys.
In the
keep.
The guy we sent back and told to make sure
the guy you sent back
said they were loyal to Marmalade.
You can, and Gyre would probably be the first to notice this based off of his just natural instinct to insight people, and like it's immediately when you see somebody you recognize, you know how your face changes. Like that's what happens with him. Like he like recognizes you, his face changes, and it's almost like if an orc could smile a little bit, you could see that smile kind of like, you know, appearing on his face a little bit of, yeah, it's like it looks more like a grimace than anything else.
And all of a sudden, Gyre gets that momentary, oh crap, panic.
When he looks at your face, it's almost like he's trying to like insight you as well, and he's like,
Gyre's giving him a very, you know, and then out of the side of his mouth to I'm assuming Kalska's probably side at this point.
mm-hmm.
Crap! Didn't you and Tenumeral tell him we were bringing a statue piece when we next came here?
We said to look for it, not that we guaranteed anything. There was never a promise, it was an attempt.
We're putting Tenumeral out front for this.
Or just bluff your way through it and tell them that we didn't find it, or that there was broken statue pieces all over the spider's cave, and we don't.
No, it's.
Welcome back, allies. As Maladuk begins to speak.
It's good to see you, Marmalade. How are you? How have you been?
We have a bear. Connery has a bear.
I see. Looks delicious.
You touch the bear, you die.
Have any word of grub
Grub. Yes. Grub arrived, about 2 weeks ago.
Good.
Very happy to be here.
Marmalade, I'm gonna cut straight to the chase. We're here to help you clear out your problem. Well, one of your problems. I'm sure you have a few.
Well, my largest problem is this demon excursion.
Mm-hmm.
How about your
Okay,
second largest problem?
The second largest problem. Let's tone it down.
Connery, let's, as you say, let's chase the dog's tail. And
What?
Guy's gonna look over at Maladuk. He's like, that's
Connery just stares at his own tail.
Oh, before we get too far, I did want to apologize for the actions of one of my officers, Agra. He kind of looks, Maladuk gives a glance over to Gru, and it's like, it appears there was a split faction among us that thought that my leadership was not up to par.
That can be so aggravating.
Indeed. But I hear that my recently elevated Captain Gru here told me that you were paramount in the downfall of Agra and any of her plans to manipulate any more orcs or goblins against my rule.
Dire will very much
Gru's
look
over there
over
looking
his
at you
group.
going like this.
And look over and give a very respectful little nod to him. Yes, when we were lucky enough to run into the group as your captain here was arguing with Agra over the opinion that they should turn on you. Hearing that, it was only natural we had to step in and assist.
That just...
The one poor loyal to you left betrayed by this creature.
That did nothing but seal this alliance's fate for me.
And Geyer will look and say, we spent a good deal of time in the caves near there searching, but that is something that you and I shall discuss hopefully in a short while. As my tongue-tied companion said at the beginning, we're here to help honor a request of your slightly smaller, more local problems. Two friends believe they have discovered a way to deal with the worm in your cave.
Yes, the White Death has been tormenting these halls for far too long.
Time is up.
They have some tricks they have said will help deal with this. So I'm going to take them in and get this taken care of, and when we are done, you and I will have a conversation, because I have found a few things that we may need your help with in order to obtain what we're all looking for. But we'll discuss shortly.
Do me a favor, Mallard.
Yes.
When the White Death has been brought down, bring me a piece of its flesh. I want to graft it to my armor.
I shall do that, and one of its largest teeth.
Casca just
You're a good
flashes
mallard.
her. Casca just motions to her daggers, her multiple daggers, goes, I got you covered.
So
We
this
can-
is why you
we
got
can
the
do
Tanner's
that?
tools.
We can take pieces off of things we kill.
That sounds amazing.
I almost, like, I'm not gonna lie, when we attacked the people in the keep, I was like, should we carry a head all the way back, or is that just gonna get putrid on the travel? And I decided it would get gross.
It
over
would
the
probably
amount of
get
weeks,
pretty putrid.
so I didn't do it. I debated it for a solid.
But now
10
we have
seconds, okay.
Tanner's tools.
you have a Tanner in the group. Yeah.
This is awful.
Hey. So,
Oh.
like, Maladuk kind of looks at you guys and is just like saying, the goblins all fear the White Death too much, but you know the way. And she kind of like escorts you to the entrance to the actual mine part.
Yep.
And
As we're walking, Gaia will go in where, and just out of the cart is she said, take out the 3 studded leather and the 3 goblin scimitars that we took from the traders.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, after we disposed of them, we brought their equipment back in case any of your clan need it.
Oh, great! Yes, we have more. Hopefully, more people that can wield these. She takes them off the side, like hands them to one of her orc assistants, and they kind of take care of it. Mm-hmm. And I think that's actually a perfect time for us to take our break for the evening.
Hello, and thank you so much for hanging out with us here at Proficiency Bonus. Please take an opportunity to support our sponsors.
First up is Little Dragon Corp. Little Dragon Corp is an online storefront based in the Great White North of Canada. They sell everything your heart could desire, so long as everything your heart desires is largely polyhedral dice sets and other TTRPG sundries. Check them out for all of your dicey needs. Perhaps buy a lovely hardcover copy of one of these fine books. If you're feeling especially cute, you could treat yourself to a t-shirt or one of these fine little proprietary Little Dragon Corp dragon plushies. They've got all the classic types of dragon, like Mooney, Terra, Dad. Whatever strikes your fancy over on Little Dragon Corp, be sure to enter our special promo code BONUS at checkout for 15% off of your order. That's BONUS, BONUS, for 15% off your order. That's like if you made 7 individual purchases, you could basically buy anything you want on the store, and it's like it was free with all the money that you saved from earlier. I'm absolutely positive that's how math works, and I will be taking no questions at this time. Thank you, Little Dragon Corp.
Cardboard Castle Games is a brick-and-mortar game store local to Evans, Georgia. They have a wide selection of tabletop gaming and other cool games like Magic the Gathering, Pokemon cards, and even Yu-Gi-Oh! You can visit them in-store and let them know that we sent you, or you can go visit their website at cardboardcastlegames.com.
Don't forget to find us on social media. We're on Twitter, Facebook, and Discord. Links to our social media pages and outlets are located below this video.
Don't forget, you can also support the channel by following, by subscribing, remembering to click the bell notification so you never miss another live stream, using channel emotes, and if you're an Amazon Prime user, you get a free subscription to Twitch every month.
While we are away, now is a great time to go subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's absolutely free, and there you will find hours upon hours of content to enjoy. Click the bell icon to activate notifications so you won't miss a single show. Once again, thank you for joining us. We hope you are enjoying the show, and we'll be back in just a moment.
So glad that you could join us tonight. We're jumping right back in as our party ventures into the dark mine, Bothild's Lode, that has been submerged in a bit of water because of the tragedy that struck a long time ago, sending this mine into disrepair and disuse. With the fall of the leader of this mine, Bothild herself, who was consumed by the White Death.
Can I keep an eye out for Bothild's ghost that we talked to that was like, avenge me?
And it's actually perfect timing, because as you start to wade through this water, I will ask you guys this, because it is dark in here, and you guys have no way of seeing unless you guys are illuminating different things.
Geyer pulling up the power ring.
Okay, so Geyer, your light shines from your ring. Is anybody else doing any light sources, or is it just the magic from the ring that's going to kind of illuminate this area?
Staying near Geyer, but also I'm taking off my armor if we're going to be in the water.
Taking off the armor?
Because it makes it harder to swim.
Gotcha, okay. So I'm going to save the settings on that. I want to make sure that I don't have any light settings on else really. Yeah. Keep the dynamic effect a lot better. Can you guys see like the whole map right now?
So I can see areas that I've seen in the past.
Yeah, I got it on this. I got it. Okay. Okay, I got it set on explorer mode. Yeah, so you should be able to see areas you've explored, but they should be gray.
Exactly, yep.
Okay, perfect.
Oh wait, that's actually really...
We have the fog of war going right now.
Yeah.
That is really cool, Michael. I didn't notice that color difference before.
Yeah, it's a cool setting for Roll20. I like the way they did that.
So for those of you at home, because there's
I can see what you're seeing now, and it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
So I'm showing everybody online. So yeah, this is what Geyer's view is of his illuminated ring.
And you can see if I move it up one spot to make it a little more noticeable.
Yeah.
You can see that general fade to that little path on the right.
It'll general fade to the right. Yeah, I mean, you guys can see like everywhere he has visited before is still kind of gray. So he, as the character in the game, would know, hey, I've been here before. I know this direction. Kind of like give you the aspect of what has been unlocked and what they can see. There's that. And I'll exit out of that, so that way I'll go back into my GM mode there. Cool. Yeah, that is one thing I do like about the lighting effects, is if you get them set up correctly, it does make it really cool. Bothild's ghost appears out of the wall.
Question, Michael, what do you want to do about the bear?
Oh, yeah, I don't have a bear token. Let me see if I can find a bear token really fast. I think I do have one. From my library. Ah, here we go. Nice. Black bear. Here we go. Drag a black bear out there.
Classic.
Storm King's Thunder. And I will give, let's see, details controlled by Henry. And we will call him, what was his name? Albert?
Yep.
Give him a nameplate that everybody
I think his name was Bob, right?
He has sight. Save changes. Do you have control of the... There you go. Now you're green. You were muted.
I wasn't talking to you guys. Sorry.
Oh.
Can you control that token that I put out there? You see, I put a Albert bear token.
Oh no, it's spelled Albert.
Oh, excuse me.
Like bear.
I can control it.
Excuse me. I got it. Save settings.
There you go.
Albert. Excuse me.
Yeah, that is an awesome
I go hang my head in shame.
I'm gonna teach Albert how to swim.
So Bothild's ghost appears out of the wall. It says,
See you again.
I recognize all of you. Welcome back.
Yes, we are here to fulfill our deal.
How long has it been? Seems like ages.
I can do more spells now.
We just stepped outside and came right back.
I'm not sure.
Make a bluff check, Connery.
Whoa. Not cool. No.
Oh no!
Well, at least I got an advancement.
This is why I don't open my mouth a lot when I'm not sure.
The ghost kind of glares right at you, Connor, and says, "You didn't have a bear last time."
Oh,
He's a little upset that we don't talk about his mother-in-law.
Oh, family matters can be quite intrusive. So you shall.
But as I stated, we are here to...
You're here to avenge me?
Yes. And you said you would supply what is hidden, what you have hidden within.
Yes.
Once we completed this.
Oh, of course. Absolutely. And she kind of just like looks around and just looks lost for a moment. So
Would you
bored.
be so kind of you?
It's about time you've returned. Finally, some
ready for a show.
excitement.
Do you know where the
Ju-
White Death is right now?
Oh, I'm sure it's lurking. Only be in a matter of time until it catches your scent. It will do to you what it did to me.
Is there
Be
any
on our
point
side.
of that water?
Oh, I am. I'm cheering you on.
Morbid. Cool.
I want the
Is
White
there
Death to suffer.
anywhere near us? Is there that spot where the water dips down deep?
Right where Albert is, like it seems like Albert is starting to is back into that area and is starting to go a little bit deeper into the water in that little hallway there.
And Gaia will sort of, watching Bothild, walk over next to Albert, stick my rear end in the water, staring at her, and just start shaking it.
Okay. Towards the ghost?
No, towards into the
water.
water, like trying to spread my scent around.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just like dibble down.
You know, Wipe my
Mr.
ass
Geyer,
with the
Mr. Geyer, is a hallway the best place for a fight with this thing?
well, perhaps.
You see Bothild say, oh, this is so nice.
Oh God, we're gonna die.
I am not the fighter, and but all the fighters keep saying is, "I want to kill it." It would dive into the water to fight it.
Okay, can't we
All
go
is better
to?
than water.
We should probably
About
go
this.
to more room.
Bothild looks at you, Geyer, and is like floats like above you a little bit. It's like, the beast may be hungry, but the beast is not a fool.
then you know how to find the beast.
Where do you
Make a
think this is?
make a persuasion check, Connor.
Oh my God, why? Why do I open my mouth?
Because you and I went two very different places there.
I am not pushing that roll.
Want to push it? I enjoy watching your sense of discovery. And she just floats around.
Can I make an insight check on this?
On the ghost?
Yeah.
Sure.
I can't remember if I did this before.
You'd have to use your willpower.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I make an awareness. Yeah. Basically, I'm trying to get the feeling when she's talking like, avenge me. Do I really think this person is pissed at the White Death? Are they looking for revenge?
Sure. Yeah.
Or is there something else going on here?
Yeah, you could do your rolls for it. Sure.
That's a success.
All right. So with spending your willpower and hanging out with her.
Yep.
So you get the idea that this ghost has been like trapped in here for a really long time. Really, really bored. Can't leave. Really does have a desire to have the White Death be avenged, but wants to see a good show from it. So it's going to be entertaining, but ultimately she is rooting for you. She wants you to win.
Okay.
But if you get the sense that if you piss her off too much, she'd be just as likely to attack you as the White Death would. That's the vibe you get from this ghost.
Yeah, so I just sort of look at her and look over at Balthus specifically. Take a couple steps away from the ghost, having that last thought, and then quietly to Balthus. Yeah, I don't really think she's going to help us so much as sit back and enjoy the show, but as she didn't respond to Connery asking about how to find the beast, what ideas do you have? I mean, I tried chumming the water, but didn't appear to do much.
I'll take my sword and prick my finger and just start like waving it in the water, spread some blood in there, see if that.
Okay. Balthus
give it a real
slices his finger and starts putting some blood in the water.
All right, I see a duck shaking his tail feather, an elf.
That's it.
Blood riding.
A tight hallway. If it smacks its tail, we're all gonna go flying into the wall. Should we be in an more open space?
I mean, in a hallway, it can only get through so many of us at a time, right?
Right, and it will eat all of us in a row, Balthus.
No. Well, we put the big metal one first, and it has to get the can opener out. Figure out how to put Balthus in the can opener.
I am a soldier, not a tactician, you know?
It's like hungry hippos.
You are tactical!
Kauska's just doing this the whole time, like, we're gonna die?
I'm scared.
Connery's eyes meet his bear companion. Do you see why I went into the woods for companionship?
Can I hear Connery say that?
And the bear shakes his head towards you.
Do I hear Connery say that?
Connery, you trying to be really like quiet about it?
No, just being a smart.
All right, yeah, you hear it.
Kauska will move over next to Connery and go, "Next time, take me with you."
You're fishy.
Oh god. Yeah.
Do we remember do all of us remember roughly the layout of this place, having been here before?
Roughly. You don't. You were escorted to that location by goblins, so you don't know if you saw everything that there is to see in here. So it's up to you. You can explore on your own or go revisit some of those places that you were before.
Okay,
it should be gray on your map, so you guys should be able to see in explore mode the places you've been.
Yeah.
Where we last encountered Marmalade in that very back corner, was there any access to water that the White Death could emerge from?
For the big room where Maladuk was?
Yeah.
Yes, there was water in that room.
So that might be our best place, tactically speaking, to engage.
But do we know if that water actually goes down anywhere? It might have just been a bath.
You're a duck, find out.
Give me the quick before I finish bleeding.
Balthus is getting lightheaded.
I only know the doggy battle. I'm not very good at swimming.
Can I do any kind of roll to see if I remember where we were when we saw the serpent?
Yes. Actually, you wouldn't need a roll. You saw the serpent emerge in this hallway up here.
Okay.
And it ate a goblin in one bite.
Yeah. I think we need to get to a bigger space because I don't think all of us can fight in this hallway effectively.
And Balthus, when Tenumeral mentioned something about it smacking its tail, you do remember when you were thinking about like serpents in the past, their weak spot is actually their tail. You recall you learned this information a while ago.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. That if you attack them on their tail, they tend to get a little bit confused and disoriented for some reason.
That's true. We should find a spot where we can get around it to its tail. If maybe one of us distracts it, the others could hit the tail.
Mr. GM, sir, can I cast light on my amulet?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
I will go ahead and put some light on your amulet. Amulet. Here we go.
I was going to reach out and try to pat the back of Bothild. Look, off to fight the dragon.
It's a ghost.
It goes right through.
And it's the hand with the light ring on it, so it's like.
Henri, I'm hoping you should be able to see some light coming from your token now. Sure, hopefully.
Weird.
Whoa. Not. Maybe I'm hitting the wrong button. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, so you guys keep on moving. Bothild's ghost is kind of like floating around with you, just like hovering behind you. That kind of like faint blue light just kind of emerging from her as she's just moving through. You can see that terrible like gaping wound that she has like in her ghost form. It's like on her shoulder, neck area. Like something took a big bite out of her neck area. But it's quiet, all is still. You don't hear the sound of any goblins or orcs or just water.
Guy's gonna take a few steps ahead and put one hand down. Is this the section where the water was like the current was very strong?
It was like if you go down like deeper. Like, as you guys like.
Was this the hallway that I got sucked down?
Yeah, you got sucked down in this hallway. Yeah. So you guys like
and that's how I
remember where
found
those.
Bothild.
You remember where those like breaks in the ledges are underneath the water, where you can see, and you guys can easily like manipulate there, unless you don't want to and you want to dive down into it.
No.
So it's deep enough to dive down in, or it was just deep enough.
Oh
for
yeah, you
Calcium
couldn't
to
touch.
disappear because of the
Yeah,
light?
there's deep spots in here where you cannot touch. Your feet don't.
We could
touch.
go fishing. We could go fishing.
How about we
Right.
find a place to fight and then go fishing?
Oh.
This is still a hallway, Belthus.
If I recall, a little further down here on the left is the area we met them in
Yeah.
before, which is a big, large chamber.
I remember that.
I want to go there. Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Fair
There's
enough. Fair
ground for some of us to stand on and water for some of us to go into if we have to.
Bothild kind of like floats over in front of you.
scared.
Oh yes, I know
Oh, I
the
am too.
place. It's right this way. And Bothild's
Bothild?
like floating with you. Yes.
Which room did you die in?
Oh, the Glimmer Shaft.
Where's that?
Ah, the room in which you found me in last time.
Oh, the one where I got sucked down and came out through the water spout?
Very deep.
Yeah, that was
Mm.
scary. Okay.
Only the best swimmers should go there.
Yeah, not me.
Bothild floats. At times she like floats into the wall and realizes like you guys can't float through walls, so then like floats back out. And then basically you guys all kind of here in this large chamber. There's still a fire burning in this big kind of like almost like smelting kind of kiln type thing over on the end. It looks like the celebration and the war council that was being held here has been ended for a while. There's traces of boar bones and stuff, but none of the meat is left over. It looks like they've devoured everything that was here. And you can see there's this pretty massive pool of water on the side here that looks very dark. There's torches kind of lit up around the room, so you guys can see it's pretty well lit in here. Although some of the torches are starting to burn down a little bit because it looks like they've left this place for a while.
Getting out my rope.
Okay. Belthus starts
wants to be
getting
the
the rope
bait?
out.
No,
Jessica raises her hand.
The easiest one to pull back quickly. I weigh the least.
and you swim like Belthus.
I swim better than Belthus.
I've been working on my swimming.
Of 1 to 20. How good is all of our swimming? I'm a 10, I think.
I'm not that good, but I'm also the lightest and the easiest to yank back on a rope.
Now, a swimming is something that perhaps this Thunderbird charm may be able. Is it? Nope. Never mind. It's not.
That was for
Acrobatics.
acrobatics, yeah.
I was thinking agility and swimming's agility, but
Gotcha.
not. Agility and acrobatics are not the same thing. Never mind. Denumeral's stressed. Look in the chamber. How tall? Would you say the ceiling is more than 3 meters tall?
Yes.
Okay.
It's this place is kind of domed a little bit here, so it's definitely higher in the center.
What is it? What is this little hallway by me?
Great.
Little hallway by you. It seems like possibly an exit to like a deeper part of a mine, or it could just go farther and then be a complete cave-in. You're not really sure.
I don't think I want to find out. It could be a cave-in. No, I'm good.
As the others are looking around, Geyer's going to grab hold of one end of the rope from Belthus
Okay.
and just jump in.
Okay.
All right, I'm holding. I'm ready to get it.
All right, Kalsuka,
Okay,
you
okay.
turn around and you just see Geyer just splash into the water.
Kalsuka runs up to the edge of the water and just says, "We will talk about this later." And
He's
I'm gonna
stealing
actually-
your glory.
can I this rock over here, this tiny rock, is it tiny enough to hide but big enough for
that's-
Kalsuka to hide behind? Like,
I'll give it to you.
yeah.
Maybe you,
Like-
but nobody else.
Because again, since we're attempting this, I don't really think my assassin feature is going to work as a sneak attack. But if it doesn't realize I'm here, it could see everyone else. I guess we still,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get an advantage point of it doesn't know that I'm here. Because even if assassin doesn't work, I can get backstabbing and hopefully
Just,
get the
you
tail.
can still get you out. You're backstabbing. That's a good plan.
So I'm hiding over here. Is my point.
Okay.
The Kalsuka's fuming right now
Great.
at Geyer. She's like, "We're gonna talk about this later. I swear to God."
I've got his
She
rope.
starts cursing in like halfling and common at the same time. Like it's just
Albert's there, like licking the water a little bit,
funny.
getting a drink. To numeral, anything Connery to numeral, anything you guys are doing in particular as you watch Geyer grab Belthus's rope and jump right into the water.
Just gonna have Albert scout next to Belthus.
Okay. Just keeping an awareness up.
It's an honor, Sir Bear. It's an honor.
Rare.
The numeral would probably... So, Belthus, I can cast a stone pillar, but you'd have to not fall off. If you're drowning, do you want me to cast stone pillar underneath you? Or do you think you'll just fall off anyway?
I'm not a terrible swimmer, and I don't have my armor on, so I'm not particularly afraid, but if you find a chance to save my life, I will be in your debt.
I'm asking because this Thunderbird charm may help someone not fall off a stone pillar that I cast if somebody were to be drowning. So if anybody wants the boon, ask me now, and I can hand you the feather. Otherwise, I'll hold on to it for myself, perhaps. But I don't plan on going near the water.
How high can the stone pillar go?
3 meters per power level, I think.
Ooh.
So you could potentially just pin the damn thing to the ceiling.
Let's see. Spell raises a pillar 3 meters high and 1 meter wide from the ground or a stone floor. If someone is standing in that spot, the victim must make an acrobatics roll to avoid falling. If the pillar is created under a low ceiling and the roll fails, then you take bludgeoning damage instead. Each power level, the height increases by 3 meters, and that can mean falling damage to anyone who falls off.
So it could go up to 9 meters?
Yes, and the range is 10 meters, so I could cast that from 10 meters away.
I mean, saving people is good. Pinning the snake to the ceiling is also good. Just
Is
throwing
the
that.
ceiling 12 though? Is the ceiling?
Yeah, Michael, how high is the ceiling?
Let me look real quick. It might say exactly what that change
I just had a mental image of Tinny just going like this, trying to save Belthus, and instead just pins the snake to the.
Then it would be 2d6 bludgeoning damage if you hit the ceiling.
At the beginning, there was a chart that said how big everything.
Here, I'll paste the spell into chat.
Maybe it doesn't.
I don't know why it pastes like that, but there it is.
As you said, 9 meters for power level 1.
3.
3 for power level 1.
Mm-hmm. And it increases by 3.
So that's what, 9 feet?
9,
Like
yeah.
10, so that's like 10 feet.
Meters.
Yeah, it'll be 9 meters. Wouldn't that be like 18?
27 feet or
27.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd definitely be able to get it to the roof with that.
If I did the power level at 3, so then that would be 9 meters.
Yeah.
Good
Definitely.
to know.
Yep, you could do that.
Even though it's only 1, so it's 1 meter wide. I guess, yeah, because it would just jerk it up.
Yeah.
All right, good to know. Good to
Yeah.
know.
So, Geyer, what are you doing with the rope? You dive in the water. You going
What
under the
are you
water? Or you just like
doing?
flapping
Oh, no,
around up there like a
Nope,
injured
right
duck,
down
or
in.
what are you diving in? Okay.
Yep.
I'm sorry to revisit it, but did you say how high the ceiling was?
It doesn't say, so I'm going to say probably. See, I'm still like D&D mode, and I'm an American, so I say feet for everything. So I'm going to say like at its highest point, probably 25 feet.
Okay.
Mhm.
Because that's going to be a factor in the falling damage as well.
Because it does not say in the book how high
Are
it
you
is
okay
from-
over there? You look like you're drifting asleep.
Yeah,
I was doing math in my head.
yeah.
That's my math face.
Oh, yeah. My math face is just me passing out. It's fine.
Yeah, they don't give like actual like good dimensions like, for
Yeah.
the rooms in this book, so I'm just kind of guessing or just giving like a
Yeah.
like what I imagine it to be in
9
here.
feet, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So Geyer
Does
is
anyone want the charm before this starts, or I'll hold on to it? Okay.
okay. So Geyer,
Love you all.
dive down into the water, and you dive down a few meters, and the water gets darker and darker.
I still got my ring on.
You got your ring on, so it's kind of good. But you know how it is with light under the water.
Yeah.
It's like it's kind of like having your high beams on in fog. You're
was-
seeing this.
As Guy's coming down and with the light on, all of a sudden realizes as he's not able to really see much, that I can't see, but other things can see me.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta take that and sort of go, all right.
And actually, as you're doing that, Geyer, you feel a massive, dramatic rush of water right to the left side of you. And you feel something like a large fish like bump into you. And as it shifts you off to the side, it almost like just goes right next to you. You look to the left rapidly, and you can see this eye zoom right by you in those beckoning last moments when you're hiding your ring away in your jacket, in your shirt. And you see the white, scaly hide of this creature zoom by. And as it does, you see it rapidly go up and like swing around, and Belthus and Albert, who are at the top, you guys all start to see the water start to churn like around in that spot, and a little bit of like some type of kind of like fin like protrusions start to come out from the top of the water. And then Geyer, what do? It looks like it's circled around you once.
I think it's taking the bait.
So, is it,
I will
is it
start
still near me?
It's within 6 meters.
Okay, well, Mallardy and I have full movement underwater,
Yeah.
so let's see. Guy's going to swim up to it because I've got 10 meters.
Okay.
And is there an appendage near me?
It's tail.
Fin, a leg,
It's tail.
going to just loop around its tail, just literally whatever my movement allows for, with holding on to that rope.
Oh!
Around.
You're gonna attach
Until
the
I'm
rope
out of
that you're
movement?
hanging onto to the tail of this thing.
Yes.
Okay.
And then
Perfect.
as I run out of movement, grab and pull down.
Okay, do me a favor. So you swim up to it. I want you to make a check for me. Let's call this, what would be a good rope tying check?
Just agility? Haven't we rolled just agility?
Sleight of hand, maybe?
Sleight of
Sleight of
hand.
hand.
Go ahead,
Bushcraft.
yeah, go ahead and use sleight of hand. Use sleight of hand agility for this.
Okay.
Oh, no. But a point.
Yeah. Point.
Oh my gosh.
So here's what happens. So you go up to the tail. You almost get there, Geyer. But that creature is quick. And it noticed you coming. And its tail like flings back even under the water and cascades forward towards you rapidly under the water. It doesn't seem like the water has really any effect on the impact that this thing can have. And it does a tail attack against you for rolling the demon underwater. So you're going to get a tail attack from the White Death.
Oh, no.
What's happening under the water?
Maybe we won't talk about this later, Mr. Geyer.
Oh, no!
Okay, so technically by rule, you can, even though you're underwater, you can try to dodge this, but I would give you a bane on your evade. Because you're under the water swimming.
You can feel Kalskus glaring
Even
at
as a
you, but she
If
doesn't know
you
what's going on.
don't, it's 2d8 bludgeoning damage.
Even as a Ballard?
I'm definitely going to try to evade. But I'm wondering,
well, does your swimming prevent banes from happening, like for things like
I have
that?
a boon for all checks involving my swimming.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. That rule overrides it. Yeah.
So would then it
'Cause
be
you're a
a
Mallet.
straight roll? Like it would offset.
Connery's
No,
flailing.
I'm-
Connery's flailing. Somebody acknowledge the flailing.
What's the matter?
Is this in like initiative
Not yet.
sequence?
Not yet.
Do you mind if I?
Well, right now it's just Geyer because you guys haven't got like a really good view of it yet. Because he's under the
We
water.
just see
Water.
fins at the top of the
Yeah,
water. We don't know
and
what's happening
honestly,
below.
you saw the fins really quickly, and then they just kind of like dissipated back under the water.
So he's still above water. He wasn't dragged down.
Geyer
No, I was
swam
always
down.
underwater.
Geyer
he's
dove
Yeah,
deep.
he
willingly
just
swam
purposely
down.
yeah, he
down there,
will. He
yeah.
purposely went underwater.
Got it.
So he is
Okay,
out
so
of view. Like you guys don't
I
even know
don't
what's
you're
going
in
on.
trouble, so I don't know to play the
And Belthus
bagpipes.
hasn't said, "Hey, I'm pulling the rope." So
Yeah, I'm waiting for a tug. I'm waiting for something. Yeah.
So it's either 2d8 or you can go ahead and make you can make the dodge, and I'll give you the boon because you are it's
Okay.
swimming rule. So I'll give you the boon on the dodge if you want to do it.
There we go.
Oh,
Whoa.
went from worst to best. Yeah, so
Dash.
you evade out of the way, and the rope kind of gets tangled around him a little bit. And Belthus, you do feel this like strange like pull on the rope. And
You okay down there? I'll say that out loud.
okay,
Kalskus just screaming from behind the rock. Kalskus just sobbing,
Then-
crying at this point. She's
And then,
afraid.
yeah, Belthus, you like tug a few times, and all of a sudden, now you see emerging out of the water with this immense splash, this terrible white serpent comes blasting out of the water. And I'm going to put him up on the token layer there now, so you guys can see him as he just splashes out. Looks like the mixture, something in between of a white snake and dragon kind of combined as it lashes out. And I'm going to go ahead and put everybody now onto initiative order. You guys can see it. Go ahead and grab.
Michael, I'm going to toss out. I'm going to burn 2 will points for my lightning fast.
Lightning fast, you got it. That means you get first initiative card, right?
Well, no, it means I draw 2 and get to choose which one I want.
Got it. Oop, the fire
That's
can't
an awesome
go.
heroic ability.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna get these things situated. I gotta double check and make sure I have the amount of ferocity incorrectly for the White Death, and I don't. It gets 2 cards, as do many monsters in this game.
And didn't you guys say the Gyre would get 2 cards? How are you going to do that for Gyre with 2 cards? Or 2 pulls?
I can draw one from the initiative deck afterwards.
Yeah, he can draw one from the initiative deck, and then I'll just change it to the one he wants in the turn order. So, or I can put him on there twice and then just take the better one. I could do that.
Gyre has ferocity now.
Yeah, yeah. I'll just add a second turn, and then we'll just pick the better one. Okay. What about Albert? Does he pull an initiative card, or is that only for on your turn, Conry? I want to make sure I'm doing that correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Albert, does he get a card, or does he go on your turn?
I believe it's... Oh, God, I don't know why it opened a different Google Docs. Hold on. I believe it's immediately... it can scout for you, and I believe it shares the same turn. Because it says that it can scout for you with no additional willpower. Or for 3 additional willpower as a free action, it can attack. So
okay.
I believe it's
so
my turn.
Yeah, you have to spend willpower on him to do things. Okay.
Yeah, to attack. Yeah.
Got it.
Now I can make him move around and scowl, but that's about the only free thing.
Okay. Cool. I will go ahead and change the music a little bit.
Taught him how to use the potty. I'll forget that part.
I'll change the music, pull the initiative, and then we'll be good to go. Sorry about that. I want to make sure I had all these rules under. Okay. So we'll shuffle our initiative deck. Go ahead and deal them out. Deal cards, turn order items. Gyre, your best one was a 3.
I'll stick with a 3.
Yep, because the other one was a 10. White Death should have 2. Absolutely. Belthus.
Yeah.
Well, it's amazing that this happened. You pulled card number 1, Belthus.
White Death has come out to play.
What would you like to do?
If I move down here, am I in the water then? Am I swimming?
I would say you're wading in it. You're probably like, 2 feet in, but you're not swimming.
Okay. I'm going in there, drawing the Viomaline coated longsword, and I'm gonna just
go for it. Yeah.
Take a slash at this thing. So clicking. Oh, and I am going to, if this hits, I am going to activate a new heroic ability that I acquired 1 or 2 sessions ago.
Yes.
Calling it now. So
calling it out. Hopefully that hit comes in. Oh, look at that,
that
and it
does.
Hit.
So in addition, I will also activate Dragon Slayer, an attack aimed at a monster, not a normal NPC. Deals an additional D8 damage.
Look at that.
So this would be a total of 17 damage.
17 damage.
Yeah.
Now, as you're carving through it, you can tell that this serpent has an armored hide. So even though your sword's magical, you can still tell that the blade has a harder time cutting through it first. But you definitely do a significant amount of damage to it as crimson blood just starts to pour out of the side of this creature onto your armor. You said how much was that? 17?
17 total, yeah.
Hey. He takes a vicious strike from you, Belthus.
Oh, yeah.
Anything else?
That's all I can do, and turn.
And turn. It is the White Death's turn.
Oh.
And it did not like that. D6. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. 6s usually aren't good.
Yeah.
Its tail jolts out of the water and starts wrapping around you, Belthus. You can try. Well, do you have anything that'll allow you to dodge?
So I do have something now that I think I can try to parry physical monster attacks, but not area effects.
Okay. You can, yeah, if you have something that specifically says that you can parry a monster attack, because normally you can't, but...
Normally, yeah, so there's, I have to do 2 things to get here. I have to burn up some willpower. So I have to use...
Yeah, because the tail's coming right at you, so...
Okay. I'll use defensive to parry outside of my turret, because I used my action.
Okay, yep.
And then, what is this one? This is shield block to parry a physical monster attack, so...
Oh, look at that. Willpower points getting burned out in this first round.
Yeah, this is not good. I'm already below half. So
okay, so you have to basically what you have to do is you have to roll with whatever you would roll with your shield to see if you can successfully parry this.
Okay. I'll just roll my swords.
And then it has to roll damage too, because
oh, I think it's supposed to be with a boon, right? I think it says with a boon, so I'll do just in case. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you succeed in parrying it. Let's see how much damage it would have done, because your durability of your shield would matter in this instance.
Will absolutely matter here.
2d6 bludgeoning. 6, probably not enough to break your shield.
Okay.
Shield's okay. So Belthus gets his shield up in time, and it almost like takes you down with the impact. Oh. But yeah, you are able to parry that out of the way. Nice use of your maneuvers. Wow.
Yeah.
That ends the White Death's turn, bringing us to Geyer.
So, given what just happened, and the fact that I did get some of that rope wrapped around that tail and was holding said rope,
it's not really like on there though. Like it's like one of those things where it's like barely like on the edge of it. Like if you like pull on it, it's probably just gonna fall right off.
Oh, that's... Am I still close to the tail?
You're still relatively close, yep. It just bounced off of Belthus' shield, but then it immediately, like, slashed back into the water. Like, it seemed like it dipped its head down just enough to get the tail back over to smash at Belthus, and now it's pulling its head back up, and the tail's, like, swishing back down underneath.
Yeah, so... Geyer has no... idea what to do with this thing, but really can't go anywhere. And
the struggles of being bait for a massive sea serpent.
if I remember, Belthus did make a comment to the group as we were heading here about the tail of dragons, right?
He absolutely would have reminded everyone the story.
The tail is the weak point.
So Geyer's going to swim up to the tail.
Okay.
And now, how far is it going to take me to get to the tail, and will I have enough movement to get up and out of the water afterwards?
I mean, it's kind of like you're within melee of it, so you're like right there. So you don't even have to move to like make an attack at a tail right now if you want to.
No, that's...
And then you're exactly where your token is, like near the surface of the water, so...
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Geyer's getting up and having no real concept of how this works or anything else. Going to come over and sort of get towards the tail with both hands.
Mm-hmm.
And is going to try to cast Fireball on the tail.
Okay. Like out of the water or in the water?
Wherever the tail is.
Okay, because the tail is kind of... Yeah, I'll say the tail's like half in, out. So you could.
Yeah, so Geyer's going to, like, under the water, start going through this.
Okay.
And then, again, trying to perform, because he doesn't really know what's going to happen. Is like right underneath the water, staying submerged. So just all of a sudden, hopefully, there's just a in front of people.
All right, you can go ahead and roll to try to cast your spell.
Okay, so let me see if I know how to do this.
And spend your willpower.
Yep. I think that's...
Oh, look at that.
That's a success.
Look at that. Look at that. He had to roll a 5 or better, gets a 3. Well done. So, splashing out of the water, Geyer comes, and all of a sudden, as he splashes out of the water, you guys see something you've never seen before. this massive spark of flame just shoots out of Geyer's hands and smacks right into the tail of the sea serpent. Only does 2 points of fire damage, but a little puff of fire goes and hits him right in the tail.
Very nice.
A Geyer pops up, you know, Goku spirit bomb, like. Looks like somebody flicked a match at it.
Baby mage.
Yeah. And you guys are noticing this in Geyer. You know that the tail was the weak spot, but it doesn't seem like you can tell like the creature noticed what you were doing, but it doesn't seem like what you did was enough to kind of like really put any pressure on that weak spot to cause it any disorientation. May take a little bit more, may take a different type of damage even to be able to do something to this creature of this caliber.
And then Geyer's going to pop out of the water.
Okay. Are you going to try to evade to get away from him?
Yep.
All right, you can roll your evade to see if you prevent a free strike. And you do so.
Yep.
Get away. Geyer hides
Do I
behind.
see Kalska as I run in, or is she still hidden away?
I'm still tucked behind the rock, but you probably knew that she was like, you probably saw her like near the rock, so you probably know that's where she probably would be at this moment.
To numeral, what would you like to do?
Hello. Okay, it's
Yep.
working. I don't know. I forgot that now all the elementalism spells are gonna roll with that weak number,
Yeah.
which sucks.
You're not built up and trained in that a lot. You've know the spells, but you haven't trained enough with them.
All right. So for now, can I see the tail?
Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, it's just like kind of flopping out of the water everywhere.
Can I try to aim my bow and arrow
Yeah,
at the tail?
sure. Go for
All
it.
right, so I'm gonna just-
Since you're aiming your attack at the like a bow and arrow at the tail, it's kind of moving rapidly. It does inflict a bane on the attack roll.
Okay.
Geyer avoided
Ugh.
that because he was right, like touching
Yeah.
the thing.
I'm gonna still try it. All right,
Great.
I
You
succeed.
succeed.
Yeah.
Nice. You can roll
let me
your
look
damage.
again. So that is a short bow D10 plus damage bonus agility D4. Okay.
6 damage. All right, it
Pretty
does strike,
decent.
and it drives into the tail. You can see it as it hits the hide. You can tell there is some resistance. Definitely hits.
Nice.
You make contact with the tail, and it splashes around some more. You can see it lets out this like ferocious squeal as it takes more pain and is like just kind of Belthus. You can see these just almost pupilless yellow glowing eyes like looking towards you from this creature.
I'm gonna stay where I am, so I'm not gonna move.
Okay, Connery, what would you like to do?
All right. I've thought long and hard about this. We are going to open up with a little bit of a bagpipe. Everybody within 50 meters at the cost of 1 willpower will get a boon to their next roll.
Everybody is booned up, everybody.
Now, that includes Albert.
Albert
who
is
I'm
booned
going
up
to-
too.
I'm going to spend 3 willpower for him to, I guess, move up here and
Yep.
take a bite. Hey, that's a hit.
Oh, it hits!
Whoa,
Look at
nice.
that!
And that is going to be 2d8 damage.
2d8 damage.
really good.
Yep.
Bites into it. Look at that, Albert. Way to go. Albert like bites into, takes a chunk of flesh out from the side of this creature. More crimson starts pouring out over the white, scaly flesh of this creature as it's being pummeled by all these people around.
And that's gonna end my turn.
All right. So you guys are all booned now until the start of Connery's next turn. Kalsika, you're up.
Okay. So I think you know what I'm gonna ask. If I can successfully sneak up on this thing, can I use my assassin roll to try to stab this thing in the tail from behind?
Unfortunately, I think the assassinate means you have to like sneak up on it. Begin with, like,
Okay.
it has to be like out of turn order. So
All right.
You won't be able to use assassinate, but you can definitely activate your backstab stuff.
All right, then Kalska's not even gonna worry about sneaking. She's just gonna go, "We're still gonna talk about this, Mr. Geyer," and she's angrily running to the water. And as soon as she can get to, like, she's not going deep because she's tiny. The second she can get within strike distance of the tail, because it's the side that she was on,
Okay.
I'm going to stab at it, and I get a boon to that.
Okay, you have to move. You have to technically move one closer if
One more?
if you've got enough movement, you'd have to go there.
Yep.
And now, like,
I
the
do.
water is basically like
Yeah,
you're deep.
yeah, deep for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kalska's going to take her stabs with. I'm gonna use my. Let's see if this works. I always feel like I put things wrong into Roll20 when I like add them to my sheet, and it doesn't roll right. And I didn't test this earlier. Let's see. That's not with the boon yet, so that's okay. I mean, I still get it. 18. 19. 18 hit.
18 does hit. Yeah.
Okay. That's a d6, and I am going to use my backstabbing, so I'll spend the 3 willpower. 2, 3. And that gives me. Okay. d6. So I get to roll 2d6 on this thing.
Nice.
Oh, come on!
2
What?
ones.
That's what happens
So-
when you talk back to your elders.
You tried your best. Bless your heart.
House. Oh, I hate that saying. Kalska stabs at it and just goes, "God damn it!" And she's just getting like red in the face with anger.
Kalsika's like splashing some water around, getting the glowing knife, like stabbing into the side of this creature. It squeals out in pain some more. And it's the White Death's turn. But it was hitting the tail, so I gotta roll a d6 to see what it does first.
Oh no.
You guys got the unlucky roll. Still maintains its focus. So it's gonna do something on its turn. It does number 2. Oh boy. So with one last squeal, it retches up, boosts itself up with its tail. Kalsika, you almost get thrown to the side by the impact and the wave of the water kind of pushing against you, as it seems to like use its muscle mass. It doesn't have any legs or arms, but it's like just pushing down on with its like stomach down on the water underneath you, under the ground, and goes up and opens its mouth huge and starts to come down over top of Belthus. Like he's trying to swallow Belthus. And I believe, Belthus, I think you can still use your abilities, I think, if you want to burn more willpower, because it's trying to devour you right now.
You have a backup character, right?
Yeah, I've been working my next idea. I'm not going to use the willpower yet. I'm going to see what happens.
Okay. You're just going to let it go?
Yeah.
Okay. The beast swallows
I
the player
can't levitate
character,
you out of it now.
inflicting
This is not a blow.
2d6 damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Isn't this the second time you've been consumed by something?
Yes, he is now in the belly of another beast.
Are you trying to be Hercules?
You take 8 points of damage.
My helmet absorbs some of it.
Okay. Oh, you're still wearing your helmet, just not your armor?
Yeah,
Okay.
just not my armor yet.
And you are now technically swallowed as it and like you're complete in darkness, and you can feel the pressure of this thing swallowing you down its gullet. Here's the rules. The player character can keep attacking the sea serpent from within, where it has no armor rating.
Oh!
But for each round spent in the beast's belly, the victim suffers D6 damage on their turn. Armor has no effect.
Okay.
The victim gets out once the monster is dead.
Okay. Let's see how this goes.
Or, they are and they come out the other end.
That's right.
Probably can't smash it against the ceiling now if you're inside it.
Why not? You smash him into it and you just go... with a Belthus bullet.
So you guys watch, Belthus just gets swallowed up and consumed as the water splashes everywhere.
Kalska's just screaming, I told you it could eat us! And she's like frantic in the water because this is like her fear.
Yeah, to New World would definitely scream.
I think this is an ongoing theme with Belthus, is he's got to get swallowed by every creature he fights.
Pinocchio over here,
All right, I'm going to deal some new cards and put us in a new order. And Geyer, looks like your best one is... Oh, I deleted one. I had to...
Hold on, I'll just draw one.
Yeah, if you want to draw one, we can pick the...
Card.
Oh, if you wanted to activate that ability. I'm assuming you did, but...
Yeah.
Okay.
I dragged that out on the table, so I will take that.
What was it? 2? Oh, yeah. There you go. So I'll change Geyer to a 2. And reorder everybody. That's a nice heroic ability. All right, Geyer, upon seeing Belthus get swallowed, what are you going to do?
Hold on, I'll just remove my card. The Belthus was still holding that rope, correct?
Now remember, you still have your boon from my bagpipe.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Boons from bagpipes.
And Belthus had that rope, right? So there's a rope going into this thing's mouth like a string of spaghetti.
Yeah.
I think I'd used my... Okay.
Yep. Oh, yeah, he would have dropped the rope because he was using his longsword and he had a shield. So he wouldn't have had the rope in his hand.
Yeah.
It would have fallen to the ground.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
That idea.
Logistics. Bothild's ghost is back there going. Thanks. Get it!
Geyer not.
Get it!
Yeah, Geyer would not really.
Do more fire.
Geyer's gonna go step over here a little bit because really no idea what he's doing still. And that's how much wool I've got left. Yeah, Geyer's gonna try again for fireball because.
Okay.
But now it asks what power level. Can I try to beef this up, or do I have to raise my staff before I can do that?
You can raise your power level. It just costs 2 more willpower points.
Right.
Each power level is 2 more willpower.
Yes, that's 2. That would be 4. That would be 6.
And I think fireball increases the damage, maybe?
Yeah. I'm going to try doing it at power level 2, see what happens. And I'm going to push that.
Okay.
Gonna
push the fireball roll?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm a little, I'm feeling a little sick to my stomach because I just watched our big beat person like, oh, he'll be fine, he's got armor. Oh, he's not wearing it. Now I'm getting a little nervous, a little sickly, and
Oh, look at that.
Is that another advancement point? Is that another advancement point?
Look at that, a dragon roll. So that means there's some things you can do. Like I think there's one like you could actually have that not cost any willpower points. Because that's
yeah,
one of the
power up,
benefits. Yeah, so since he, like...
Can you double the
You can double the damage. Yeah, I think so. Let me double check, but I think it's in the rules that...
Yeah, double damage is one of the options.
And there's one where, like... I can't find magic.
Okay. So that would be 3d6.
Is that what you're gonna do? Are you gonna? Is it 3d6?
It's already 3d6. It's 2d6. I did it at level 2, so that makes it 3d6. And then you said one of the things I can do is double the damage.
Yeah. Any like critical dragon is you can double your.
Let's try to double the damage. Why not? This thing has Belthus in its end. Guy's looking and forgetting what Belthus mentioned about the tail.
Mm-hmm.
It looks up at the face and is that beady yellow eye. And that's where he's focusing the fireball. It's like, you spit him out!
Oh!
That's a lot of
gosh,
twos.
Oh, yeah, you roll a lot of twos.
That is 15 points of fire damage to the face.
15 points of fire damage.
Smells good in here.
Whoa. You scorch the White Death. And, like, Geyer's standing there and, like, there's just smoke pouring off your hands, Geyer, as you just launch this beam of fire towards it. It impacts, sparks go flying. Belthus, you feel even more heat inside. And you can feel like the muscles inside this thing retch at the impact. Kelsica, there's red sparks like flying all over the place from above you.
Getting hungry.
End of your turn, Geyer?
Then Geyer is going to run back towards White Death over to where basically standing where Belthus used to be.
Okay, sure.
And
yeah, Belthus is technically inside.
Sort of beside Kalska, put a hand on her shoulder. Keep yourself safe!
Speaking of Belthus, it's Belthus's turn.
It's getting smoky in here. I imagine the muffled sounds of bagpipes probably give me a boon, but then I have a bane for being all...
Didn't say anything about a bane.
I think that happened with the previous, when I was inside the...
That was a Jello.
The Jello?
Yeah, I would give you a bane
Okay.
to attack from within, yeah.
Alright, then I am going to...
Well, you know what? You know what, though? Like, it's, like, right there.
Perfect.
You just stab it. So, no, yeah.
With the muffled sounds of the bagpipes, I'm gonna try to find, like, a nice sweet spot in here while I'm, like, mashed up in this thing's stomach and just try to...
Just drive it. Oh, yeah, go for it. Yeah, make just a regular attack roll.
Alrighty.
Drive it down like a spike so you can hang on and not get swallowed more.
There's not really that much room in here. I mean, it's...
Oh, and if this hits, I am going to also activate Monster Slayer again.
Nice,
Dragon
yeah.
Slayer, yeah.
Indeed, it does hit.
Okay, and then an additional D8. Oh, 1. But, okay, 10 damage?
10 damage. Armor has no effect. Okay. After that spark flies out, you guys see through, like, the bottom of the neck of this thing, a blade just come out of the front and start driving itself down, and it splits the flesh open on the front of the White Death, and you see crimson just start to pour out, and then Belthus pours out the front of this thing's belly and splashes down in the water, like right in between Kalsica and Geyer, and the limp leftover flesh of what seems to be now like a snake carcass, serpent carcass, just slaps over to the side and slams its head down on the edge of the water.
Geyer looks down at it.
The entrance.
Monster top, it's a boy.
Do not go in there.
Wow.
Kalsica is just like completely like, you think she's covered in blood for a second with how red her face is, and then you realize you're not sure if it's anger or being upset that Beltis got swallowed. So she just takes her dagger and just starts skinning a huge swath of this thing on the side.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
she's immediately trying to get that big swipe for Marmalade to
Make a survival or bushcraft roll for us.
Okay, I'm not gonna do so well.
Do
then.
bushcraft. What about
Technically, I have a wound from-
Beltis? I also wanted you to notice that when you were splitting open this thing, something else fell out with you, and it made a metal clanging sound into the water whenever it kind of hit, like it hit the edge of the water, kind of clanged down to the ground.
So it went deeper.
Yeah, it went into it hit and then looked like a handle of something that just like slid into the water a little bit.
I don't do well on bushcraft.
Whatever fell, I would pick it up and hold it up.
Oh yeah, you kind of reach down. It takes you a minute to like find it, but you grab like what seems to be a handle, and you hold up what seems to be some type of great axe.
Huh?
Looks like it has some dwarven kind of etchings and carvings into the blade.
Tenumeral would run over to Beltis after he like fell out and just be like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah! That was amazing.
Kauska walks over to Beltis and just smacks him on the shoulder. Don't do that again!
But we got it.
Kauska's just crying.
Thank
That's
you.
what we
You
have to
do
look
seem to have a
forward to. Every battle he gets eaten by something different.
I was about to say, he seems to have a strange penchant for ending creatures from their innards. I mean,
It's effective.
I'm not
if it
trapped in there with
works-
them, they're trapped with me, you know? It's oh, look what I found! It's a axe of some sort.
Oh, you found it! You found it!
Is that yours?
Oh, this is Bothild.
My old axe, yes. It's been in there for quite a long time.
Well, now we can lay it to rest with you.
Perhaps you can. They did build a tomb for me. Unfortunately, my body was never able to be put into it. But perhaps you could take the axe and place it in there for me.
I want to check Geyer's temperature, like kind of put my hand on his forehead, like, this thing looks very valuable, and he's gonna put it in a tomb? Like, is he have a fever? Like,
He's probably a little feverish, as unbeknownst to Beltis. Well, I don't know if Beltis would assume who lit the thing on fire.
yeah, it got so hot in that serpent. What was going on out here?
I mean, you were being digested.
That was all Geyer.
Yep.
Turns out, I suppose since he's some kind of animal, he must be very connected to the earth. He's very good at these nature spells.
Gary's gonna look over at Kalsika.
Kauska just crosses her arms in front of her and looks at Geyer, all pissed off.
So, if we return your axe to your tomb, will you show us where, or bring us to the statue piece?
Oh, yes, absolutely, yes.
I will hand the axe to Geyer, since he seemed to have intent to...
Gary will give a little nod and stow it away. But we should probably do this quickly, as Maladuk would be... Oh, and actually Geyer's going to walk over, goes to ask Kalska, and then realizes she's still angry. Beltis, if you could rip that tooth out for me.
Oh yeah, Beltis could easily like take a tooth out of the creature's mouth. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Beltis, as you're looking at it, you also notice that this creature has a pretty nice hide about it. Kalsika's like trying to hack some off of it, but she's having a difficult time with it. She did get a piece that would probably be good enough for Maladuk, but is kind of like torn up at the edges a little bit and might not be like the most aesthetically pleasing, but you're not sure Maladuk really cares.
Numeral would step up and try to pull out her dagger, her magical one, and try to carve a piece off as well.
Oh, there you go.
So I would succeed.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna put that piece right in my backpack.
Okay, sure.
So this would be called what, a white death scale?
White death hide. Yeah, you can put it on there. Yeah.
All right.
I have a little project I want to work on. I may stay here with the rest of the carcass here while you all lay our dear friend to rest here.
What?
As I start pulling out my tanner's tools.
Mhm.
Wait, you're gonna stay here?
Only for some time.
Tinny, he's gonna skin the rest of the hide and make it
It's
pretty.
not like a second
But
white
I
death
mean,
that's gonna
I
come
took
out and
one.
attack.
I think Belthus just wants to learn a new skill, and
And it's potentially a very valuable one.
Ah, okay.
But it is probably not a good idea for him to remain alone.
I'll stay here with Belthus.
Where should I go? I'm scared.
Guy also sort of goes to say something and is like, sort of just accepts the fact that Kalska's still extremely upset with him. Denuma, I suppose you should join me and Bothild, and we'll go lay her to rest and collect this piece.
I think that might be good. I guess I can't say don't get eaten, because the thing that's gonna eat everyone already ate you and is dead now, so, be good, friends.
Don't get eaten by its corpse.
I can't make any promises.
Kalska turns her back to Geyer and just watches Belthus.
You know, if you manage to somehow make that into an armor that has no metal, I would greatly appreciate it. Come, Albert, we ride.
we ride. So Conry and Albert are going to go with Bothild's ghost, and Geyer is going to go as well.
Yep. So it looks like it's the three of us and then.
Numeral's going as well.
Remaining. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
as Geyer goes to leave, and just as he really doesn't. He's having a bit of an existential moment, and not being able to talk to Kalska about it is weighing on him a little. So as he starts to walk away, let me just make sure I can do this. Yeah, as he starts walking away, is going to cast the magic trick Heat and Chill to warm the room a little bit where Kalska and Belthus are working.
Okay. Nice. It gets a little warmer. That spot.
It's a little warmer in the water, so Kalska and Belthus just look at each other like,
it's like, it was you. It was you. You did it.
Which one?
Could be the evacuation of the dead thing's bladder, and Kalska kicks the hide.
There you go. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
And you guys begin to follow Bothild Ghost
into the unknown.